Hello friends, post demonetization I received numerous queries on how it will impact the property and other investment options. I discussed it in brief in my earlier video blogs. Besides genuine concern, there is a lot of confusion, doubts, myths, rumors and misconceptions among people with large cash holding. Though it is not possible to cover all these points in a single video blog, I will try to cover 7 most common myths and misconceptions about demonetization. Number 1 is demonetization is a black money amnesty scheme. Let me clarify, it is not correct. This is most common misconception that demonetization is a sort of amnesty scheme to convert black money to white money after tax payment. In other words, declare your black money or cash holding, pay tax and it will be converted to a white money. One of the key objectives of a demonetization is to flush out black money from the system. On the other hand, any cash amount you are depositing with the bank should be accounted or white money. There is no harm in holding the large cash provided you pay tax on the same. In the case of any clarification or query from Income Tax Department, you should be able to explain the source of money. To summarize, demonetization is not a black money amnesty scheme. If you will not be able to explain the source of money, then you should be ready for following penalties. Number 1, penalty of up to 200% on tax amount. Number 2, a jail term from 3 months to up to 7 years depending on the severity of tax evasion. Number 2 misconception is that I can deposit money in multiple bank accounts to avoid scrutiny. In my personal opinion, it is childish to think that if you deposit the money in multiple bank accounts, then you can escape the eyes of Income Tax Department. Always remember that bank accounts are linked to the permanent account number. Your account number with Income Tax Department is PAN. The taxman will enter your PAN in the system and the entire financial kundli will be in front of them. One of my clients emailed me that he had 12 lakh in cash. I'm not sure whether it was accounted or unaccounted money. He has 5 bank accounts. He deposited 2.4 lakh each in each bank account. His perception was that cash deposit of up to 2.5 lakh against each bank account will not be scrutinized. I will answer this in my next point. To summarize, the taxman will check the cash deposit against the PAN, not against each bank account. You can deposit rupees 49,000 in 20 bank accounts, but from a tax perspective, it will be considered as a deposit of 9.8 lakh rupees. If the money is unaccounted, you can expect taxman at your doorstep. Therefore, deposit in multiple bank accounts will not help. Number 3 is deposit of up to 2.5 lakh will not be scrutinized. I agree, but not in all the cases. The reason behind this magical number of 2.5 lakh is basic exemption limit of 2.5 lakh provided under Income Tax Act 1961. For example, if I have 2.5 lakh in cash and I never filed income tax return, for a minute, assume that it is black money. Still, Income Tax Department cannot do much in this case. I can always say and give a justification that my income is under basic exemption limit and it is non-taxable. The food for thought is, can you give the same justification in all the cases? The answer is no. Let's take the case of an individual with an annual income of 5 lakh. He has unaccounted or black money of 2.4 lakh in cash. Now he deposits this 2.4 lakh in the bank account after demonetization. There is a common misconception that he will not be scrutinized. In my opinion, it is not correct understanding. The Income Tax Department can always ask him the reason for holding cash depending on income level. An individual with an annual income of 20 lakh holding a cash of 2 lakh is perfectly okay. But if any individual who declared an income of 5 lakh but holding a cash of 2.4 lakh, then it is suspicious, provided there is a valid and justified reason for the same. Therefore, you can expect income tax notice in case of cash holding of less than 2.5 lakh deposited in the bank account if it is suspicious or not justified in the eyes of Income Tax Department. If you are a housewife, small trader, extra that is outside tax net, then you can justify the cash holding of 2.5 lakh under basic exemption limit. Number 4 is multiple transactions. Here people are acting smart. Post demonetization, they are depositing cash under rupees 50,000 through multiple transactions. It is because PAN is not required for a cash deposit of less than 50,000 rupees. Alternatively, this point is more apt for people exchanging cash through multiple transactions. Quite smart indeed, but income tax department is smarter than you. If you are not quoting PAN, then the bank is demanding Aadhaar card or any other KYC document. Therefore, income tax department can easily find out how much cash you have exchanged. Multiple transactions will raise more suspicion. Therefore, if you have nothing to hide, you can deposit the cash in a single transaction, rather raising suspicion in the mind of a taxman. Number 5 is open a fixed deposit. Another masterpiece from people. It's a myth that only cash deposit in a savings account will be scrutinized. Therefore, people found a novel way and are opening fixed deposits. Yesterday, my friend told me that one of his acquaintances opened 5 bank fixed deposits of 3 lakh each every alternate day in last 10 days. That is, she deposited 15 lakh rupees through fixed deposits. The reason for this noble act is that her personal banker suggested that if she opens the fixed deposit and the bank will deduct 10% TDS on this fixed deposit, therefore the tax, that is TDS, will be deducted, so she need not to worry as she is paying a tax on fixed deposits. In reality, she does not know that she is being misled by her personal banker. Number 6 is I can deposit cash in bank account of my friends and family members. This is another blunder. As I understand, income tax department must have a family tree including that of friends of an individual in most of the cases. The only exception is that you never did any transaction with any of your close relative or friends. Here by the transaction I mean any type of financial transaction like check deposit, online transfer, etc. This is my personal conclusion. For example, if I transfer money to my wife or my father transfers some X amount to me, therefore from my PAN details, the income tax department can find out that money is being transferred from my father to my account. Besides PAN, family tree details can be linked through nominations, frequency of transactions, KYC, etc. Therefore, with an assumption that income tax department can easily create a friends and family tree of an individual, it is not advisable that after demonetization you should deposit the demonetized currency in your friends or family members' bank account. You will be putting your friends or family members in risk. For a second, if you somehow escape the tax net, you will still carry a risk that your friend or family member may refuse to return this money in future. Though in my opinion at first level only it is impossible to escape the tax net. And lastly, in such cases jail term will be harsh, that is up to 7 years. Number 7 is unofficial, illegal or unauthorized transactions. This is the basic problem in India. First, we always try to find out the escape route. There are a lot of news reports that post demonetization people are converting demonetized currency through grey market. The best part is that they think that they will escape a tax net or they can fool around with income tax department. In my opinion, it is next to impossible. Post demonetization, the share of cash transactions will reduce in the financial system. The income tax department started keeping track of cash transactions. I shared it in my previous video blog on demonetization. You will say that it is not a foolproof system. I will say no, it is a foolproof system. Someone will definitely pay the price of a black money sin. Here I would like to share 2 examples with you. Based on the complaint of income tax department, police has arrested large number of bank employees who flouted rules and exchanged the demonetized currency beyond permissible limit. In one of the case, a bank employee exchanged 8 lakh currency post demonetization. He gave a reason that he exchanged for himself. Unfortunately, such a logic does not work with income tax department. In the second example, people who are involved in this illegal demonetization currency exchange are paying the price. All these transactions are happening within known circle and the people who are arrested can spill the beans. The person who sees a business opportunity in demonetization will be a government guest in a jail. Therefore, point I am trying to make is that there is a record of each and every single currency exchange. Now you must be wondering how the income tax department will know. For example, person A exchanged rupees 10 lakh through illegal channel. The income tax department has a record of cash transactions of a person A. If the money is deposited in any bank account after demonetized currency exchange and if it will not match with the records of income tax department, then the person A will be in deep trouble. He may be asked to prove the source of income and whether the tax is paid or not. The best part this time is that income tax department is keeping track of record of currency exchange at the source. Therefore, the apprehensions of people that demonetization will not stop black money is uncalled for. I can share another dedicated video blog on demonetization, that is how it will work, but maybe it is not an appropriate time. Words of wisdom. There is no escape route this time. Someone has to pay the price for black money sin. Demonetization is a welcome step to eradicate black money from the system. Some financial planners are suggesting that it is better to destroy the black money rather regret in future. The government has already tightened its noose on Benami property holders. In my opinion, next surgical strike will be on bank lockers and gold. Please note that conclusions and interpretations shared in this video blog are purely my personal view. Hope you like this video blog. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. The option is visible on the screen. You can post your comments, feedback and queries through the following comment section. I will definitely answer your queries. For more such informative and interesting posts, you can visit my website www.nitinbhatia.in. Thanks for watching this video.